Goodness to you. It's Sporty King, and I say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Welcome to Gift Friday. How many times have you heard GIF? Thank God it's Friday. Well, I say, what allure does Friday have to the person that took their last breath on Thursday, or any day before that for that matter? Therefore, that's why I created Gift Friday. So I use what I learned through Psalm 92 and 2, and that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. And that makes me say, instead of TGIF, I say TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Because that's what we want to really be thanking God for, the morning and the evening. And that takes us to another scriptural lesson that I got, and that's from Matthew 6 and 34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. And yes, you don't actually reverse them. They keep happening in that order. You keep getting today, tonight, tomorrow, today, tonight. It doesn't matter where you put them. Anyway, I digress. But consider another use for TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost? What does it cost you to receive the greatest gift of every day? And that is the gift of life and waking up. And that moves us to realizing that when we take that T in TGIF and we move it from the front to the end, we get what we really should be thanking God for. GIFT. God is for today. That's what we need to be thanking God for. Gift Friday. Gift Friday is my online sharing of one of my original poems or inspirational messages that you can use to share with someone to uplift their lives as well as yourself. And you can use it in person or online. Each poem, after I read it, will then be my gift to you. And if you'd like a copy, I'll read it here and then share the gift. And then you can request your copy if you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just send me an email on sporty@sportyking.com if you're not already on my email list. Okay. And if you're on YouTube or watching on my website, you can drop that request in the comments, not in the thread. Well, it is the thread for you, but in the comments, no, because on YouTube, the comments go away after the broadcast. So the thread goes away. So you have to put it in the comments. Okay. Again, if you're already on my mailing list, all you got to do is drop it in here and let me know. Because what happens, technology lesson, is if I send you the poem as a PDF, your security might look at it as spam and not let it get through. But if I'm replying to your request, then it will let it get through. Okay, but let's take a look at today. Okay, one thing about the pandemic, and because we're still in it, and sometimes we have to remind people of that because of all the states and cities lifting some of the restrictions, some people seem to have forgotten that we're still in pandemic mode. So with one thing for sure about the pandemic, it slightly changed technology from being a way to avoid human contact to where people are craving human contact. And in that craving comes an outpouring of communication, compassion, and empathy. Perhaps giving new meaning to a phrase and a prayer that so many people use on autopilot, yet have a hard time believing. I'll call them 2 4-word toughies. And the first 4-word toughie is to each his own. To each his own. As you think about how often you've heard it and said it, think about where you've heard it said. And it would usually be said at the end of a sentence or a paragraph after stating how much one disagrees with someone else's lifestyle or choices. I think that's the surprising thing Here's what they would say. I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and can't believe they think it makes the smallest amount of sense. But hey, to each his own. All right. So meanwhile, today's gift poem is the other toughie, Thy Will Be Done. And it comes from my book, A Poet in Every Prophet. After the dedication after the dedication poem, this is actually the first poem in my book. And the book chronicles my poetry from 2001 to 2011, separated by each year. Thy Will Be Done was actually written in 1999 and used more to bless the book. That's what I was doing. But I believe you'll hear why. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Say that with me. Thy will be done. That wasn't too hard, was it? Now try believing it. I remember being down on my knees, muttering those 4 words and thinking that after the kingdom arrived, all God's plans would be fulfilled. I remember thinking that. Now I know it. And what I know is that the kingdom has arrived, and the mysterious ways many have considered a part of God's handiwork are nothing more than the countless blessings in his crystal clear plans that we are just not aware of. So this new road we take to healing begins with our latest testimony of appreciation for life, a testimony that will last at least until we get out the door and back to cursing drivers out who cut us off, rolling our eyes at a teenage outfit, or blaming a small tree for a forest fire. But hey, to each his own. That's not actually in the poem, but I had to throw that in. A testimony born from tragedy that questions thy will. You know, what is the Lord's lesson? How will I get through this one? When will you lift this burden? Where will I go from here? Why me? And his answer will be, are you done yet? Are you done yet? You see, done is D-O-N-E, delivering my omnipotent news every day. Are you done yet? Or do you profess faith only in convenient retrospect? I schedule this day for you because Job is no longer available. I schedule this day for you because I love you. And this new level is not made to have you question me, but to help you understand me. Understand that what I want is for you to love me and live by me every day. How? Anger is controllable and will only blind you from the blessing I woke you up with today. When? This pain is temporary, yet temporary can last a long time. Where? Loss is necessary and always precedes growth. Why? I want you to understand that even if you don't, I'll always love you. In fact, I'm done. You are God's omnipotent news. Relax and enjoy how he uses you to deliver. To get that, turn those toughies around. See, you've got to let God's will really find its spot in your life. And once you've done that, you still may not like what someone else is doing, yet you might find yourself able to put that phrase in front of another 4-word toughie, and that is live and let live. To request your copy of today's poem, again, if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, just send me an email at sporty@sportyking.com, on YouTube or on my website. Drop that in the comments. All right. But remember, God's love is for today. TGIT. Thank God it's today. Thank God it's tonight. Have a wonderfully safe weekend. Peace.